Welcome to my humble abode. I am Yorkie the Tail Spinner, and this is Tales Over Coffee. A morning show where we start the day together with a narrative tale and a coffee. Hopefully the day will be more blessed for us than it is in the 1980s Britain of not for broadcast. I believe that this is the last episode. I could be wrong, but I think it was released as 3, 3 and 3 in the episodes for broadcasts, and then the extra for the pandemic. In which case, we will be drawing to a close today. If I'm wrong, we'll have another episode, I guess. And uppance come. Worrying debt. You once again find yourself sitting inside Bosman's office. Everything is pristine and orderly, just how the fastidious man likes it. Though it's rare for him to be late. The door opens behind you, just as you start to imagine the reasons why. Winston, you're already here, good. Well, I'll keep this brief. We both know your dedication to this role is somewhat lacking. You've been here almost 6 years, and in that time, he checks his notes on his desk. This doesn't seem like a great start. You have a problem following simple and clear instructions. A prime example of this is that you played that disrupt propaganda tape a few years back. We're still feeling consequences of that today. He frowns and shakes his head. Well, you knew that one day you would probably keep coming back to bite you. Your involvement, whether or not it could be proved in the disrupt attack, has not been overlooked. That night cost Channel 1 significantly. Financially and to our reputation. You'd better believe if I had shredded evidence. Well, we'd certainly not be talking now. You gulp. Look, Winston, I'm going to be blunt. I don't like you. If I had my way, you'd be out the door long ago. But now we're under public ownership. It's much harder to get rid of you without an official grievance, and so far you've managed to skate just under that line. But I want you to know I'm watching you to slip up. Now, get back to work. Well, at least you know how he really feels. No real surprise there, to be honest. A foregone conclusion. It's late. It's been snowing all day, and unlike everybody else, you stayed inside as much as possible, keeping warm. Normally you enjoy the snow, but today it's been nothing more than an irritant. Boy, is that our home now? Still, tomorrow you've got the day off and might actually be able to enjoy it. Sam always gets excited when they see the snow. When they were younger, they'd wrap their kids up, take them out to play. It's been a while since that happened, though. Something about the dark nights makes you feel melancholy at this time of year. The sound of keys scratching on the front door distracts you. That'll be Sam. A couple of minutes of hearing their frustrated attempts to unlock the door, you go and open it for them. Fuck's sake, thank you, bloody door's broken. They're swaying on their feet and you can smell alcohol on their breath. Sam, please tell me you didn't drive home. You can't tell me what to do. I'm an adult, so I can make my own decisions, Alex. The belligerence of their tone is somewhat undermined, as they have to hold onto the doorframe to keep from falling over. Sam, this has to stop. No, I don't want to think about it anymore. Tears start falling down their cheeks. Would have been 21 today, Alex, our little boy, but he's gone. Susie and Chris, all of them. And you don't even care. Good God, I just realised Chris, her brother, died because I let him escape the country. Of course she wanted me to, but... Of course I care, Sam. It's not just making it all about me. No, of course not. You're too busy at work or whatever. They straighten up. That's fine. I'll go somewhere else where I'm not going to be judged, lectured all the time. Sam, you can't go anywhere in your state. Not going to make any decisions for me, Alex. And to your surprise, Sam takes a swing at you. They're clearly drunk beyond thought, but it catches you off guard and you stagger backwards as their clumsy fist connects with your cheek. You're more shocked than hurt. Sam, you can't keep lashing out. Come inside, please. I'm fine. I'm sorry, Alex. I just miss them all. I miss them so much. Sam collapses into your waiting arms and you carefully carry them to bed. They'll feel better in the morning. You hope. Doesn't work like that. A time for reflection. It's been over 13 years since your dad died. You've visited his grave a few times since then. Not only during times of stress, or when you're trying to figure something out, or when you just want some peace and quiet. Today's no different. You feel Sam's hand on your shoulder, giving you a reassuring squeeze, and you're grateful that they're still here with you. Just having them by your side always seems to make things easier. The call of a raven catches your attention as it flies away. A parent should never have to bury their child, particularly Charlie, who never even had a chance to grow up. He had so much potential, so many dreams, so much he wanted to do. It's not fair. Didn't even get to bury our daughter. If only you could change it. Susie, poor Susie. What you wouldn't give to have her back, even just to argue with you. She just wants to explore the world. So curious, so full of life. Until Liberation Night, everything changed then. So many lives destroyed. You always had your ups and downs with Chris. That doesn't mean they deserve... If you hadn't given them your passport, they'd be safe. Sam was so happy about it at the time. The choices we make, the best laid plans of mice and men have gang agley. Taking your mother to the transition centre was a difficult decision, maybe the hardest of your life. You're still not sure it was the right one. But she's definitely not suffering any longer. At least she and your dad are together now. Whatever happens next. It'd be nice to have her here with you though. I won't go into detail because I'm sure you don't want to hear it, but some of this touches raw nerves, so if you see me falter a little, that's why. You turn away and wander in the direction of the car. You can't control life, what happens, who lives and who dies. All you can do is keep going and see what gets thrown at you next. What is life? Not said is the little decisions that define us. We'll never know which ones would take us away. Would take us one way, and which would bring us here. Yes. I think this may be the final broadcast. The finale. That would seem to indicate so. 7 years since the election.
Right. Let's try and get through this one with as little pain as possible, eh, Winston?
Screw you.
I know Advance have allowed the studio to fall into disrepair. It's all gone wrong since they took over. Not that the alternative would be better. We'd have been stuck with something like those dangerous psychopaths at Disrupt. But the show must go on. One more time, anyway. Quick point before you start. We've had a few problems with the machinery lately. Locked buttons, screens flickering on and off, sparks and the like. Try not to make things any worse. Oh, and don't forget, you've got free reign of the SFX buttons these days. Make sure to use them whenever I would deem appropriate.
Screw you.
How old are you then, Cole? Okay, here we go. Big smiles.
I've actually gained a year. I celebrated 44 last year, but it's actually this year. It's brilliant.
You're 44.
I'm going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening and welcome
Spice it up with some audience responses, Alex.
I'm Megan and I'm joined as always by the inimitable Robin and Patrick. How are we?
Well, we have got so much going on tonight. I'm excited.
I'd say I'm about a 12, Megan. On the excitement scale. Yeah, exactly. We have got so much SoCo stuff coming up.
We sure do. We have
Oh, shit.
Franklin, who will be cooking up a storm.
We'll be announcing the winners of our big competition, Visions of the Future. And we'll be joined by a very special guest for a game of Wheel of Truth. And I'll even be showing you how to make your own Leaders' Day gifts. We've got all of that and so much more tonight on The Nightly Show.
With SFX, less is more, Alex.
We have hardened our hearts. We have lived with death, and we no longer fear.
That's Alan.
There is no price too great for liberty. I can be silenced, but your thoughts cannot. And each day, just like before, we gain hearts and minds. Because the truth is like that. Irresistible. We're back. And we're only getting started.
Right, let's have some applause on the way into the next section.
Paces by Chef Jordan Rankley. But first, we know you love them, so Robin's going to give us an update on our lovely Nightly Show pets in Pet Corner.
Fine, suit yourself.
Well, Megan, first up we have our hamster, Lord Cheeks. Now, he's a squat winter grey with the scientific name Adipem stultus, and he lives here with us in this cage. Hamsters love hoarding, and they actually have special pouches in their cheeks for storing food. He loves carrots, apples, and chewing tobacco. Now, hamsters are nocturnal, so we'll do our best not to wake him up. But let's just see if we can... Oh. Well, the door has been left open.
He's gone.
It looks as though Lord Cheeks has actually gone for a little wander, but I'm sure he will be around here somewhere. In the meantime, let's say hello to our tortoise. Now, after last month's viewer vote, she is now, of course, called Slow Barbara. And don't panic, even though it is December, Babs here doesn't actually hibernate. Let's say hello. Oh, she's sleeping.
Oh, she's dead, isn't she?
Babs? Oh. Those are our Nightly Show pets, Megan, both alive and well. Back to you.
Are you taking the piss now?
We'll check in on them, or
Yes.
some very similar animals at the same time tomorrow. Now then, I hope you're hungry, because if not, you're about to be. Patrick Bannon is with Chef Jordan Rankley, and they're going to be showing us how to knock up a delicious apple pie. It's time to go into the kitchen.
Don't forget the SFX buttons.
That's right, and I'm joined here by Chef Jordan Rankley. Welcome to the Nightly Show kitchen. How does it compare to the kitchens you're used to?
The colours, it's vibrant, it's fresh. It's none of that all the arse. Yes?
Sorry?
What?
So, you own 6 restaurants, you've been awarded 9 Ballon Masseuse across your career, and you've worked alongside the best chefs in the world. Tonight you've got me. Oh, are you worried?
Am I fucking worried? Are you worried? Are you fucking worried?
Yes. So,
Why is it doing that?
what are we making today, Chef?
So, we've got a family over for Leaders' Day. They're hungry. We're going to make them a delicious apple pie.
Ooh, lovely.
It's got sweetness, it's got the acidity of the fruit, and then you get the richness of that pastry. Incredible.
Wow, okay, so where do we start?
So we're going to start...
Not step into that cameras.
We've got about a kilogram of fresh cooking apples here. Fucking beautiful. And we're going to slice these up perfectly. And then straight into the pan.
Your new show, Demon Kitchen Heart Eater, starts on Friday here on Channel 1, so tell us about that.
So, teams of young chefs come into my kitchen, and one by one I destroy them emotionally. And if there's time, I teach them some basic knife skills. Fuck me, Patrick. What are you doing?
What?
Shit. Is that how you cut? Fuck.
What's going on? Oh, because I'm not censoring.
I've got spares. Right, so once we've done that, we set these aside whilst we make the pastry. Yeah.
Yep. Bowl. Yeah? Okay. Sugar, butter, We mix that together, and then a whole egg.
Okay, egg.
What are you doing, you fucking donkey? Are your brains the size of that fucking egg?
Oh, no, chef.
No. Shit. Right. Mix that with a wooden spoon and work in that flour, okay? Work that into a nice ball of dough, just like that.
So, what does the notoriously fierce Jordan Rankley do to unwind?
Shit in bed.
Yeah.
What's that? What is that?
Well, it's a bit lumpy.
Lumpy? It could fucking pass for a sack of spuds. Touch that. Touch it. Yeah? Pathetic. That goes into chill. Now, we're mixing our filling.
Okay.
Apples, sugar, cinnamon.
So, you own 6 restaurants across 5 territories. Which is your favourite?
Are you mixing that or fucking it?
What?
Are you going to light a candle? Take it out to dinner? Fucking mix it for fuck's sake. Right, now we're rolling out 2/3 of our pastry. Bit of flour into the dish.
And the filling goes next, right? The filling goes next.
Why are you watching this? Do you remember how it feels to be informed? To feel connected to what has happened in the world? Do you remember Jeremy Donaldson? Because I do. I remember how he died. And now I watch this excuse of a program and I realise he was 100% right. Disrupt's first martyr died protecting this show. If he could see it now, he'd wonder why he bothered.
Very carefully for the steam. And we're brushing the whole thing with a beaten egg.
What's going on? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Oh, it's too low.
Ta-da! What do you think?
Oh my god. You, come here, you. That's a disgrace. I'd rather jam my eyeballs up my fucking arse than look at that. I'd rather use my tongue to tie my shoes after a fucking shit-kicking contest, do you understand?
Then it goes in the oven for 45 minutes.
Oh, put your fucking head in the oven while you're at it. Useless. You! Come here, you! You're the worst fucking thing to happen to food since cyanide. Do you know that? I tell you what. Fuck off! Get the fuck out of here! Fuck off!
Okay, well, while I do that, let's go now to Megan and Robin, who will be announcing the winners of our competition. Visions of the Future.
I think you might be using those sound effects a little too much there.
Well, that looks delicious. If you want to follow along at home, then make sure you write in with us.
I'll be happy not to use them, Bozeman. Stick them up your ass.
So, Robin, look at all these amazing entries to the Vision of the Future competition.
Yes, we challenged you to show us your predictions of the future, and we were just inundated with entries, weren't we, Megan? From wacky inventions to global problem solving, they are all amazing, and we had the best time looking through each one.
It was so tough narrowing it all down, so we have some amazing runners-up. In 3rd place, drum roll please, we have Hamish, who's 3 from Lunwelly. He calls this Still Life and the Future of God, and it really blew us away. Just look at the line work here, and I can really feel every passionate stroke of the brush.
If you look here, you'll see a beautifully rendered, what I thought at first was a smiley face or perhaps a cat. But I think if you really look, you'll see it's actually a representation of the seeming futility of death through the eyes of the living.
Indeed. He's also chosen to just leave a lot of it blank, which I think is really interesting. If you know Hamish and his work, of course, he loves focusing on the negative space rather than the image itself.
Stunning, absolutely stunning, and such talent from one so young, Megan. But next up we have our 2nd place entry. So in 2nd, drum roll please, we have Keith, 41 from Dungley's. Yeah, Keith, we were sort of aiming this towards our younger viewers, but still, he has sent in his idea of the future, which he's calling Ravaged Earth.
Indeed. He says in his really rather detailed notes, deprived of basic resources, society will resort to a brutal system of weekly battles to the death where only the victor may breathe. He also says at the bottom here, either that or about the same, but maybe a bit worse.
I really love his attention to detail. You can see the sort of gladiatorial arena, and then what I can only assume is Keith himself pulling off this chap's head and shouting, "Come back to me, Linda!" Oh, Keith. Maybe if you spent more time outdoors and less time entering children's competitions, she might not have left.
Yeah.
Special one there. And finally, of course, it's time to reveal our winner. All our runners-up will receive a day out at an inflatable Happy Land on an industrial estate just off the A40. Sorry about that, Keith. But our lucky winner will win the chance to spend the day at the Department of Change to see how our teammates are actually making the new future a reality every day. And the winner is, drum roll please. I'll help you with that. I'll help you with that.
I've spent my whole life searching for truths. Sometimes I've found them. Other times I've not been so lucky. I used to rant about belief juice, a drug in the water. And I was wrong. I admit that. It's not in the water, it's right here. In this screen. In this show. This is your belief juice. You drink it nightly. Through your eyes, and it makes you stupid and asleep.
It's getting involved in the party, aren't they? This one seems to have gone a bit haywire in what I can only assume is an ominous sign of things to come. Lovely, Lola.
Well, if our winners have inspired you to make some artwork of your own, do keep sending them in, and yours could be displayed in our gallery here.
Well done again to everyone who took part. We're going to take a break now, but when we come back, we'll be playing the Wheel of Truth and making some lovely homemade gifts.
I don't know what you did, but it's definitely made things worse down there, Winston. Probably going to be more trouble for you in this segment. But what do I care? I'm done anyway. Handed in my notice this morning. The moment the show finishes, I'll be out the door. So you may as well just do what you want.
Oh, I'm going to Boltzmann.
Tonight, I'll get cards arranged for you both. Find me when you're done and I'll take you out through the loading bay.
Traitors, that they can drive apart our bonds of family, friendship and community.
But we see them, moving among us, clear as day, sowing division, undermining our lives and threatening our achievements.
I made rather a lot of screw-ups there, I must admit. After the rather simplified controls of number 7, forgot about censoring and a bunch of other stuff.
To justify their need to oppress.
So I apologise for how that one will have gone out. At least I caught the disrupt messages.
In a disrupt world, they would decide what women do with their bodies.
They would decide what kinds of relationships are natural.
They would exploit the vulnerable for personal gain.
And they would eradicate betterment in exchange for a noose.
They see themselves and their narrow view of life as the default.
It's playing havoc with the sound.
It's bad out there. We're being stretched again.
I have to use a high-pass filter.
It's a revolution, Colin.
Well, can you ask them to keep it down a bit?
Empower and protect their
Jenny,
horde.
Jenny, where's Glyn? Can we get him out here? I'm not sure about this grandma one.
Oh, he's writing with our other guests.
I just wouldn't say grandma.
We're a team.
Yes, grandmother's arsehole. It's much better.
Oh, okay, everyone, if I could have your attention, please. Sarah just needs a word.
Apparently there's been some sort of disturbance near the studio. Now I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I wanted to let you know that I've asked for extra security and they're already on their way.
All right, Sarah. Okay, 10 seconds to positions and pose.
Okay, this time you've said it.
Laughing, and we're going in 5, 4, 3.
Spice it up with some audience responses, Alex.
I'm sorry, we were just saying we can't wait to taste Patrick's pie.
Oh, I don't know, I think I could wait.
Well, here it is, fresh out the oven.
Oh, well, it does look amazing. Jordan, how did our Patrick do?
Well, let's just say that pie's got more crust than my grandmother's arsehole.
Well, thank you for that. Well, come on, try it. Dig in.
Okay. Whew. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh, that's really something, Patrick. That's delicious. But now you better go and get ready for that next feature.
And this is what the news has become.
Game Wheel of Truth with our celebrity guests. But I know what you're thinking. Megan, we've only got one celeb guest. Well observed, viewers, well observed. Well then, I better bring her out. Should I? The surprise guest? What do you think? Here she is, best-selling author, lawyer and thinker. I mean, she's only the blooming team leader. It's Julia Salisbury!
Prime Minister Julia Salisbury.
Oh, welcome, Julia! I'm so good to see you.
Oh, Megan, you look incredible.
Stop it, I was just about to say the same thing. Now, don't get too comfortable. It's time to head over to Robin and Patrick as we play Wheel of Truth.
That's right, it's that part of the show where we pit our celebs against each other to see if we can break them.
That's right, Robin. They're going to spin the wheel to pick around, and it could be anything from box of flies to slap my face. They really have no idea what's in store.
So, up first, we have Jordan. Let's give it a spin.
Yeah, here we go.
It's the wheel of stupid truth.
Okay, let's see what you've landed on. Okay, it's fact or fib. Jordan, is it true that you've been known to order takeaway for a dinner party and pass it off as your own cooking?
It's one fucking time. One time. Well, I think if that pie was anything to go by, you did them a favour.
Oh, not so fast there, Julia. Fact or fib? We heard you've got a very interesting way of saving time during the laundry.
Oh my God!
Go on, why don't you tell us about it?
You absolute... No, I can't. Okay, what just...
There.
Still alone. It's early morning as I record this. Maybe you'll see this tonight, or next week, or never. It takes a lot to even get these on the air. So many small acts of rebellion. So don't worry. The fact that you can hear this at all proves it.
I can't wait! No! Honestly, raise my taxes. We're clearly not paying you enough.
Come to my dressing room after the show. We'll sort you out.
Are you blushing, Patrick? Is all this talk of bras embarrassing you?
I mean, I'm not blushing. Come on then, you, Julia. Spin the bloody wheel.
Let's do it.
This is the most moronic show I've ever seen. And I've seen Naked Attraction.
Here we go. Oh, it's Guess That Face. I'm going to show you a picture and you simply have to guess that face. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Julia. Oh, who's that?
Oh my God!
Is that you?
Yes! Look, it was a very difficult time fashion-wise.
That hairdo is fucking hilarious.
No, don't. I think it's sweet.
The mullet is as popular now as it's ever been.
Oh, well, don't get too ahead of yourself there. Jordan. Who?
Oh.
Is this? Does that look familiar at all?
Wow! Well, I'm glad I was getting fashion advice from someone who managed to make 7 look like 85.
Shit, hell. Where did you find that monstrosity? I look like I'm haunting the fucking place.
Right. We've got to move on.
Good. Please do to another show.
It's my go, Patrick.
Go on. Sorry, I'm so keen.
Let's go so much. Oh, well, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
It's fact or fish. Okay. If you look under your podiums, you will find a lovely fish smoothie.
Ugh.
I'm going to ask you both a question, and all you have to do is answer it honestly, or else you'll have to drink the smoothie. Okay? Are you ready for the question? Yes. Here we go. Which of your esteemed hosts is the more talented one? Oh, what a cop-out.
How is it?
Personally, I think you should have asked who sold out more.
We made it extra fishy.
I need my fucking mouth. Do you know how much these taste are worth?
Well, we've got time for one more quick spin, so go, Julia, go!
This is hell.
Take a look in that box under your desk there.
The hell was that?
I think Lord Cheeks is trying to get in on the game. Bless him.
Julia, what have you...
Oh, did he fart?
It's not cheese, is it? Cheese! It's not cheese!
Juggling balls? What am I supposed to do with these?
Wow!
What do you think you do?
But I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
We knew that when you got elected.
Dance to a tune. Dance, puppets, dance.
At least you're being honest now, Bozeman.
That was so impressive. I have to say, unexpected. Wow. Gosh, that was our game of Wheel of Truth, and my God, wasn't that fun?
Okay, it really was, wasn't it? But now it's time to head over to Megan in Crafty Corner.
That's right, you join me in Crafty Corner, where today I'm going to be ably assisted by Julia. Come on over here. Goodness me, I don't know how you're keeping your dinner down. I can still smell that fish.
Well, to be honest, I've had worse. I used to eat at Peter Clement's house.
Oh, well, I hope you've got your artsy hat on, because today we're going to be making something very close to my heart. It's our little studio. Look at that. Isn't it adorable? Oh, all of us there on the sofa.
Wow. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, is that all you in there?
Yeah, it is. If we can just get a little zoom in, there we are. Oh, I don't know about you, Julia, but I always leave my holiday shopping to the last minute.
Oh, every year. I do it every year.
Well, luckily these make amazing gifts. Shall we get cracking?
Oh, yes, please.
We're going to start with a shoe box here. And Julia, that's...
I'd be amazed if you gave me this as a gift. I'd be amazed you thought it was acceptable.
Are you big celebrant?
Unless you were 3 years old.
Yes, no, in my house we show our love through food, like big dinners, loads of drinks.
Absolutely right. That's the best bit about any holiday. It's all that food.
This bit as well.
Absolutely right. Cutting along the line there. Do be careful with the scissors at home. Make sure you're being supervised.
It's a bit
if you
tough.
are a child. There we go. Fabulous.
There we go.
Okay, so it's going to look a little something like this, and I've got one here I made.
I can't imagine anyone but a child is watching this shit show.
White to match our lovely curtains here in the studio, but you can obviously have whichever backdrop you like.
Like a nice shiny gold number.
Well, exactly right. So we're going to make bits of our set now to put in the studio, perhaps a little desk. So I'm just going to grab this piece of card. I've just got it from a little cereal box packet. I think you... I'll give you this one, Julia, shall I?
Thank you
There
so
you
much.
go. And all you need to do is cut along the lines there. Fabulous. So what's the best part of any Leaders' Day dinner, do you reckon?
I don't even have to think about it. Really? I love the 3 potato pie.
Potato pie, I don't know that one.
You know, with the chips covered in the mash or wrapped up in a jacket potato. Is that just me that does that?
I don't know, but that sounds starchy. Well done, Julia. So now she's folding over a little bit there. What it's going to look like at the end is this little rectangular shape there. And we're going to pop it in the middle. Bit of sticky tape on the back there so it sticks down. Now we need a sofa. That's what we need next. We're going
No, you need a Bunsen burner. Blowtorch.
knocking it all over.
Nuclear explosion.
Fantastic. You're just going to cut along the line here, down the middle. Exactly right. Then when you've done that, around the bottom and again around the top. Well done. When you're done,
Oh, there we go.
it's going to look a little something like this. And look what I've done there. I've stuck some felt down. Nice and comfortable sofas.
Yes, can't have our tiny Megan having an uncomfortable sofa, can we?
Absolutely not.
She'll be on the phone to her tiny agent and getting someone tiny fired.
You're not funny, Julia.
Thing missing, isn't it?
You're ridiculous.
A higher caliber of guests.
Nearly, it's people. So all we've done to make our little people is we've stuck a cocktail stick into a bottle cap. We just need a face for that now. I've got a good one here. I know it well. It's me.
Lovely.
I'm going to stick it down there. A little bit of sticky tape. Oh, my felt's going everywhere. There we go. Oh, I'm a bit lonely. Let's take Robin and Patrick over. Sitting down on the couch over there.
There you go. And well, I'll make myself just comfortable, just there.
And these, of course, are all made and cut out of our favourite newspapers or magazines, so you can have any guests you like. Julia, is there anyone else you'd like in the studio?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm going to be playing Wheel of Truth with Ronnie from Heatran.
Are you?
Yes, put that away. Yes, he's going to be teaching me choreography, and I'll be teaching him foreign policy.
Wouldn't you have to understand it first?
Whatever you want. Perhaps you're a bit, I don't know, nostalgic for the old look of our studio. We've got the blue studio down there. Or even a bit of retro red. I've got Sheila Quickstep being interviewed there by... Oh,
Jeremy, maybe?
Oh, well, we're out of time, I'm afraid, Megan. It's time for a break. When we come back, I'll be on the couch of chat talking to some of you, and I just cannot wait. We'll be back after these messages.
And we're out.
Thanks.
Okay, before we suffer through the last... What's that? Seems to be a little kerfuffle in the corridor. One moment.
Warplane?
Is now available for all. These stories from my formative years in the uneven past are lovingly narrated by National Treasure.
Should we be worried? We've got the Prime Minister here. It's good that she's here. She's the reason for the extra security.
Are we going to need it?
Possibly. They're back.
It's not very reassuring.
I know. Good thing I'm not your mum, right?
After much pacing,
C grade. Satisfactory.
I settled on the zip-back, boxy pleated skater skirt in dark blue with white sweetheart blouse and the necklace Harry had given me.
Even you're better than reading this crap.
It's an honest account of my childhood, because in the new future, there's no need for secrets.
There was just so much injustice in the world, I realized, as Portia Hamilton Mann lured my best friend into the convertible her daddy had bought her for Easter. How had I failed to predict the perils of being the poorest postgrad at Poshborough?
It's bad, Mum. Not like before, so much more than we were expecting. And they're better organised this time. Like someone experienced is running things.
Well, we stopped them before, we can do it again. Thank you, Sarah.
One more thing, Mum.
Yes?
Apparently there's chatter about you. I've requested backup, but well, we're stretched pretty thin, Mum.
I receive death threats like other people receive post. I've learned to take it all with a pinch of salt.
Of course, Mum.
Thank you, Sarah.
That sounded deeply worrying.
Oh, you get used to it. I have.
I hope I don't have to.
Oh, didn't Bozeman tell you?
Tell us what?
Oh, I'm sure he'll tell you when the time's right. Forget I said anything.
You literally didn't? Going in 10 seconds.
I don't think she likes me very much.
Oh, no, that's
There could be a good reason for that.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the Nightly Show, where it's time to get a little intimate with the Prime Minister on the couch of chat. Prime Minister, it's great to still have you with us.
Thanks, Megan. Although maybe now's the right time to tell you that you're going to be seeing an awful lot more of me.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I am delighted to announce that starting next week, I will be the new...
Miss Salisbury, could you get ready to accompany me, please? Please remain in place, Mum. It won't take a moment. Sit rep.
We do apologise to our viewers at home for this unexpected interruption.
I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Right, understood. Everyone, please remain calm. How can I help? Can you clear everyone out of that area? Everyone.
Okay, everyone, if we could just clear away from these studio doors. Yeah, that's right, just behind the cameras, please.
Do those doors lock? Is that Colin with the headphones on? Hey, mate, can you lock the doors? Can you not hear me?
Colin! Colin!
You can't hear us.
I'll do it.
No, miss, too late.
I'll do it.
I'm not enforcement, load your weapons on!
You can stay at the door, lock it tight and don't let anyone in. Yes, sir.
Now listen, there's no need for anyone
Sit back down!
Of course, whatever you say.
Are we still live?
Yes, we're live.
Good.
Alan.
It's time for some real news. You, mic me up. Is it working?
I just need to check.
Is it working?
It's working.
Good. Over there, on your knees. Now. Over there, on you, next to him. Move! You, next to him.
Oh, leave Jenny alone. She's been through a lot.
Hey, Colin.
Shitty birthday. Not the worst one I've had, though.
Let them go, Mr. James. It's me you want.
Don't flatter yourself. You're not the target here. You're just a bonus.
Mm.
Oh my God, is it me?
No.
We're not here to take out a person. We're not here to take out a person.
We're here to take out a studio.
A We're cancelling the whole fucking show. We're cancelling the camera. I know you're watching this. In your vans. Planning your counter-attack. Please. Try and control yourselves. Well, I'm sure you know the rest.
Alan, we can talk about this.
Oh, we will. I have a lot of questions.
There's no need for anyone to get hurt.
Where was that attitude during the uprising? You know, the night your thugs killed my friends.
There are innocent people here.
Says the woman who killed 14 million of them. No, I don't feel any great need to answer to you. In fact, get over here.
I don't take orders.
Come here! You leave when I tell you to! Give me that.
I don't agree with beating a woman, or a man comes to that, but that's not even human.
Do it. You're not an executioner.
What am I then, eh? You tell me, Megan Wolf, what the fuck am I?
Just a man way in over his head.
Don't patronise me, you smug bitch! I'm not one of your little helpers! Get over here! Kneel beside her! You're just as fucking guilty as she is!
Guilty of what, you fucking psychopath?
All of it! She sat there, smiling, and let it all happen! Jeremy Donaldson died for this programme. And she let it become this. Bread and circuses. Bread and fucking circuses!
Don't you say his name.
I beg your pardon?
I said, don't you say his name. You don't get to do that! You don't get to do that!
You're angry at the wrong person, love. She's the one that killed him. The first victim of her benevolent slaughter, not the last, though.
All I'm hearing is crazy.
Then maybe you should hear it from the source. Confess. Confess. Fine. Have it your own way.
Stop!
Shit.
For God's sake, stop! Stop!
Answer my questions. Or she dies next. Yeah? Then her.
Tell him what he wants to hear. Ask your question.
Better. First question. How did you actually think this was all going to end?
In a better world.
Bullshit.
It's the truth! When we came into power, everything was broken. The system worked for so few. There was hunger and poverty and real pain. But you never saw that, Mr. James, because you were doing just fine, thank you very much. And my side? We were too weak, too meek. It was all good intentions and second chances and playing by the rules. Well, you know where playing fair gets the people at the bottom because of fucking nowhere. Someone had to be prepared to actually fight, to do what was required. So I did it. Because no one else was going to.
14 million people.
To save the 60 million here? What would you have done? Let us all starve to death?
You should have found another way.
There was no other way.
Is that how Peter Clement saw it?
Peter was weak. I loved him more than I have ever loved anyone, but he was soft. He wouldn't have allowed it to happen. And afterwards, he couldn't sleep. It haunted him. I think he would have killed him in the end anyway. But that's on me, Mr. James.
Yes, murderous you.
We're not discussing me.
We should.
Disrupt died on the night of the uprising.
Then how have we been watching you for months?
Watching me?
You're not the only one who knows how to get people on the inside. We knew you'd pop your grubby little head up again, and we've been collecting information just in case you did. There's a recording. A meeting of the so-called disrupt leadership. Tiny hidden cameras, very high-tech. Perhaps the public should see what your bosses are talking about when there's no one else around.
We have people at the network jamming your signals, messing with your broadcast.
No, you don't.
We'll stop you.
We have people too, and they've been doing this an awfully long time.
If you want the truth, Helen, you get the whole truth.
I guess it's up to the broadcast room.
You in there. If you play that footage, she dies.
Play it, Alex. Play the tape. I've seen it. it's important.
What tape?
Just play the fucking tape.
What tape? There is no tape here.
Lock the console. Don't let them play that tape. Take out those screens.
I don't have a way of playing any tape.
What's happening?
I don't have a way of playing any tape. There's no bloody tape.
Someone tell me, what did they choose? They didn't play it. They didn't play it. Well done, Alex. Good choice. You get to live. You not so much. You not so much.
Why did you do that? Why?
Because that's the only way it ends with people like her. She was never going to stop.
Nor will you, Alan.
Her version of what's best forever.
You've taken them out, now you need to go.
They're gonna kill you, Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. But the movement will stand a chance. We'll all stand a chance thanks to people like Alex.
Oh, Alex is no hero.
But that's what heroism is. For people like us. There are so few times in a person's life where they face a decision that could actually...
I had no tape!
We're so disimpacted.
And the one that was in the tape recorder I couldn't play.
In those moments, the choices we make combined with the billions made by everyone else, that defines us. We remake the world one small choice at a time.
Advance isn't just one person. They're going to have a new leader by morning.
Yes, but this one might be prepared to listen. We need elections. We need a choice.
How disrupt is that choice?
Well, I don't see any of you stepping up.
You step up every night.
Do you, though? It seems to me you stopped doing that a while back.
Mm-hmm.
And even when you did, you just took snide potshots and undermined everything. You constantly only tell us what's wrong, and it makes us scared and hopeless.
Says the man with a bomb strapped to his chest.
Go, go!
Nobody move! You know how this works? I keep my thumb down on this, and we all get to have a peaceful night. Megan, come here.
Pathetic!
Shut the fuck up.
Don't you even want to know who's pulling your strings, what they say about you behind your back?
I said...
You get the whole truth, Alan. You don't get to hide your guilt either.
Alan, they're using you!
I said, shut up!
And when you've done what they want, they're gonna throw you to the wolves!
It's in the tape, Alan.
See what everyone else sees, Alan. You're a joke. A nut job. A sad, pathetic...
Shut the fuck up.
You just killed Jenny, you scumbag.
Don't blame me. I didn't make the choices.
Yes, you did. You will all make choices.
I just played the hand I got dealt.
That was a brilliant ending. Except there was no tape I could play. Alan had lost his way just as much as Julia had. I wasn't going to hide that truth any more than I hid Julia's. We have to have knowledge. If you're watching a TV news station as your source of news, why are you watching a TV news station? Every source is biased. Seek balance, seek the truth, seek understanding. And try and understand the other side. Don't head straight into terrorism and don't head straight into tyranny. Of course, most of us aren't at that level. We can't be. But don't embrace them either. I don't know what else I can say. That's a perfect ending song. I'm going to take time off from Tales over Coffee, possibly till the end of the month. But we will be back with more narrative tales. We still have to finish up Wilder Myth chapters for the playthrough we left there, for instance. And if there's any narrative tales you want to see off of the Humble Bundle, feel free to let me know. Drop me a like, drop me a sub, drop me a comment if you will, help the channel grow. And I thank you for being with us. Here's to a sane day. A safe day. A loving day. Fare thee well.